Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jeff Higgins from Higgins Storm Chasing. It is Wednesday, the 29th of March 2017. Okay, I'm going to make this video much quicker than normal to try and get through everything and not tie up any of your time just watching me babble on. Ex-tropical Cyclone Debbie, now a tropical low, is located about 100 k's west of Moranbah, and she or it is now moving south. It is then expected to turn towards the southeast and track across parts of across the Darling Downs and southeast coast Brisbane during tomorrow. You can see the heavy rainfall. Most of the heavy rainfall is going to be on the eastern and southern side of this system. There is a little bit of rainfall around the back, the western and northern sides, and we may get some thunderstorm activity around the back there as well, as daytime heating convects with the moisture wrapping around the system. Further south, ahead of the system, you can see showers and showers developing in southeast Queensland now with some light rain areas, and bands of they're kind of like outer bands, I guess, of the eye, the old eye, wrapping across the coast from Rockhampton, Gladstone, Bundaberg, Hervey Bay, and they just continually sweep in like that until the main feed comes through. All right, just a reminder, guys, to support us, you can head over here and become a premium member and gain access to all our maps, rainfall, storm, cyclone maps over here on higginsstormchasing.com. All right, I'll just show you the old bomb map of XTC Debbie, which is now obsolete, but you can see she came in as a Category 4, went over Collinsville as about a Category 2 and caused significant damage, and has now been downgraded to a low-pressure system, refer to severe weather warning. So no more track maps for her. Just large areas of severe weather warning for heavy rain coming up and flash flooding and abnormally high tides, but we'll get to that. So currently you can see on the animated forecast here from Windy TV that, and this is only a forecast, but it is a fairly good guide at this stage. It seems to have a good handle on what's happening. We review a lot of data, but this is probably just the best one to show you with the winds and that sort of stuff. All right, so this is this afternoon now at 2 p.m. You can see that XTC Debbie's there is rotating quite well. Now, to the eastern side, you've got these very, very strong northerlies and northeasterlies that are going to develop as the system tracks south. These will spread down the coast. They may cause abnormally high tides and very, very strong winds, possibly a little bit of damaging winds along the exposed coast there as Debbie tracks down. Obviously, there's still a good rotation there in the entire atmosphere, which is why it is a tropical low. I'll move on to rainfall in a minute. I know you're all keen to find out on rainfall, but let's track her down to 6 a.m. on Thursday morning. You can see she's moving towards the south. You can see these very, very strong winds down the coast and to the immediate east of the system, where the main heavy part of the convergence zone is between high pressures out here further. All right, so she is moving south, and then she will turn and head towards the southeast on Thursday afternoon. Now, this is when we expect a lot of the heavy rain to fall after midday Thursday and Thursday night for areas from Rockhampton south, Bundaberg, Wide Bay, South Burnett, southeast coast, Darling Downs. You may just get clipped out here in the Warrego, Maranoa. But certainly all of the heavy rain and strong winds is going to be ahead of this system and on the eastern side, guys, all right? We do expect thunderstorm activity to develop along the coast, and we could see dangerous thunderstorms develop where they become stationary or very slow moving, dumping heavy rainfall up to 500 millimetres. That's what's just occurred up here at Mackay. They've had a quick fire, a couple of hundred, I think 250 mils in a couple of hours under these storms. That risk may spread further south down the coast and develop anywhere down the coast to the east of the low as she continues to track south, then east. Now on Friday morning, early, 1 a.m., she is pretty much smack bang over Brisbane as an XTC/subtropical low. You can see the trough has actually pushed out ahead off the coast from the north, from Brisbane north. Okay, forecast, but it's an indicator of what may happen. Given this trough would then be offshore, the weather would rapidly clear along the coast north of Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Bundaberg, Rockhampton during early Friday morning, okay, because all the activity would converge out here offshore then. Can't say the same down here for northeast New South Wales. To you guys, especially the northern rivers, are in for some heavy rainfall up to 100 mil there as well. As the system wraps around these northeast to southeast easterly winds, bit of a convergence through there from Coffs up as well. So northeast New South Wales, mainly the northern rivers, watch out for heavy rainfall and flash flooding there as well. I'll move on to the, what have I got? Rainfall totals. Good. This is for today up until 9 o'clock tomorrow. This is a conservative model, OCF via BSCH. Now, you can not comfortably, but a lot of the times you can double these amounts. This is in millimetres. So look at the big bullseyes here just around Emerald, Rockhampton, up to Mackay. 115 as a base can be doubled up to 200, and we've just seen that happen at Mackay, guys, all right? So for the next 24 hours, up until tomorrow morning, we're looking at fall starting to push down into increase through central districts and then push down further into southern inland and southeast districts on the forecast, all right, for some very heavy rain and flooding. We may also have a few waterspouts and land spouts develop along the coast as these little spinny showers come in and develop those and pull them in. We've had a couple there occur before around Harvey Bay, Bargara, on XTC Oswald. You remember they caused a bit of damage around there, so they are possible as well, guys, so keep an eye out for them. Now on Thursday, getting ahead of myself. On Thursday, most of the heavy rainfall will be contracting through to the Wide Bay Burnett, Darling Downs, Southeast Coast and Northern Rivers District. Major skim down to the Mid-North Coast and Northern Tablelands there as well, guys. Again, 24-hour totals, anywhere from 100 to 200, with possible falls higher. We could, on off chance, see a fall of 500 somewhere if a stationary storm develops. We will be watching this very, very closely. From Mackay south down to Lismore or Coffs Harbour, over the next 24 to 48 hours, we will be watching for stationary thunderstorms, as will the BOM, and they'll issue warnings. We'll pass them on and give you radar updates and try and get some coverage out of those areas. I'm in a bit of a hot zone up here. I'm expecting about 250 in the Sunshine Coast hinterland, so I'm going to make some preparations this afternoon, make sure my gutters are clean again, and all that sort of stuff. All right, I will show you, and this is important as well, I will show you that on Friday, by Friday afternoon, all of the wet weather will have cleared central and most of southern and southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales. Into a fine weekend, guys. It's a quick hit. It's a 24 to 48 hour system as she tracks through and goes away and leaves us alone out in the ocean and is not and will not and cannot redevelop into a cyclone. Very important to mention that. Too much wind shear. Rip it apart, blow it down in New Zealand. All gone. Gonski after she goes offshore. But we do have a lot of weather and a lot of hazard, potentially dangerous weather developing from now. It is dangerous there just around Mackay, just to the inland of Mackay at the moment. And the Pioneer River's in major flood there, and it's soaring past major flood in the upstreams. So there's warnings there. There are flood watches for this entire central and southeast Queensland region. Okay, there are flood watches for the rivers. In other words, that is telling you that rivers are likely to flood. That doesn't mean they're going to become a major flood and up into your house and wash you away. It just means that they're likely to receive some kind of flooding, whether it be minor, moderate, or on the chance there could be a little bit of major around. Not in the major systems. We're not expecting that through Brisbane River and up here in the rivers around Bundaberg and that sort of thing at this stage. You would have to become stationary, stop and dump about 500 to 800 overnight or in 2 days to do that. A lot of these rivers are quite capable of handling a lot of rainfall. As you can see, the Pioneer up there, it has received over 1,000 millimetres, a metre of rain right through its catchment. And down there through in Mackay, yes, it's very high, but it is not expected to exceed major at the Mackay Hospital Bridge or wherever it is there, the Mackay reader at this stage. Moderate, yes, at this stage, but that just goes to show you that these river systems are fairly good at handling a metre of rain, especially up here. And as we come down, the little fellas, a lot of little streams, creeks, A lot of the smaller rivers may come under more stress. And then, of course, you've got the flash flooding. Guys, very important. Do not drive into flooded roads or water. We've seen it happening already, again and again and again. You tell people again and again and again, but no, I want to go over there. I have to drive down that side of the road, so I'll drive through that water. I will then risk my life of getting washed away, get out into the middle, my car will stop, and I'll have to call swift water to come get me. You idiot. Come on, seriously, people, we're adults here. Don't drive into floodwater. Otherwise, you risk everyone else's life trying to get you out, including your own. 5 people died about this time last year at Caboolture, you remember that? So just have that in the back of your mind when you're driving around and you see water across the road. Just think, oh yeah, shit, that's right. 5 people died last year doing this. Maybe I shouldn't do it. No, I won't do it, and I'll turn around and I'll find a different way. Alright guys, that's enough for me. Thanks for watching. We'll do another video update tomorrow, and we'll continue to live feed any very important information across to our Facebook.